Hi guys, what's up? Tori here. So I'm here today to do my 24-week pregnancy update video. It is so crazy that I am 24 weeks already, and technically speaking that means I only have like 4 weeks left of my third trimester, or my second trimester. Goodness, pregnancy brain, I tell you. I only have 4 weeks left of my second trimester, and then I technically will be entering third trimester, so that's crazy to me. Like, at times it feels like this pregnancy is going so slow, and then at times it's like, holy cow, like it's flying by. Like, I don't know, it's just it's crazy. But so I'm actually 24 weeks and 3 days today. Today would be Tuesday, August 25th of 2020. So and this is where we're at, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump into all of the updates for this week. First, our updates with baby. So first, her rough approximate size is this week is about 13 inches long, or the size of an eggplant, and weighs just under 1.5 pounds, and that's just approximate because that's kind of where they put the in general of where most babies are at this stage. Things that are developing on her, she is developing her taste buds, which some studies actually show that because her taste buds are developing, anything I eat could impact what her food preferences end up being later in life. So that's kind of interesting to think about. And two, now her lungs are developing significantly. They're now making surfactant, which is a liquid that helps keep the tiny air sacs from sticking together when a baby exhales. So like that's kind of cool to think about that. Like now her lungs are becoming like more developed, and technically speaking at this stage they are considered viable outside of the womb. Obviously, if a baby were to be born at this stage, they would still need a lot of help and they would spend a lot of time in the NICU, but they are considered viable outside the womb at this point. And the next thing is all of her hair is coming in, like eyebrows, eyelashes, her head hair, all that is coming in, but it just lacks pigment yet. Like it doesn't have its color fully in yet. So that'll be the next thing that starts happening. And her skin is getting pinker due to the appearance of capillaries, so she's not like so transparent and see-through anymore. She's now starting to get like actual like full pink skin, starting to look even more babyish, and her ears and her fingernails are fully developed now, so that's also really cool. And she's definitely at the stage now where like she like, because like everything is just continuing to grow, like she's gonna start putting on like her baby fat and all that. Like she's just gonna actually start filling out and looking even more and more and more baby. Like, so that is everything about where she is at now. So then now updates for me, not really anything new or major to update on. I will say my appetite I feel like has been really weird lately. Definitely from the standpoint of like, especially when meal times start to roll around, like I'll feel starving. Like I feel like I need to like eat so much, but then I end up going to eat and I'll eat my normal small amount that I'm able to eat with, because of the fact that, you know, I have my gastric sleeve weight loss surgery, and like I'll get full real fast and be done and just be like, ugh. Or there'll even be times where like it seems like I'm even not able to eat. I'm able to eat even less than what I normally am able to eat at times too. Like I just kind of noticed my appetite being weird lately. Like what I've mostly noticed is like that like feeling of hunger all the time, but then yet if I go to eat something, I'll like start eating it and then be like, I'm not really hungry anymore. So I don't know. I've been noticing that more lately, but I'm still like I still am eating on a pretty regular like routine schedule. Like I'm not going crazy overboard. Weekends honestly I don't want to say binge because I don't really necessarily binge, but weekends tend to be when I don't eat as good as I do during the week, just because weekends can be so weird for us because we tend to go other places and do other things, so we're not necessarily home and like on a normal like routine kind of thing. So but still, like in general I'm on a pretty normal eating routine still, and my weight gain is still doing just fine. It's still just on track. I'm not going overboard or anything, so that's good. Still noticing my varicose veins. I'm gonna bring that up with my OB when I see my OB next. And I'm still having trouble with getting horrible Charlie horses at night. Like I actually had a couple of days where I didn't have like any, and I was like, oh, maybe they're getting better. And then last night I had one and it was bad, and I was like, ugh. And I've had several people tell me like, just eat bananas, and I'm like, I eat bananas daily. Like, I'm not even kidding. I usually have, because I always have bananas in my protein smoothies that I make in the mornings for breakfast for when I go to work. So I literally have bananas daily. So I'm like, I feel like I cannot possibly eat any more banana than I already do eat. Unless I were to seriously eat, like, bananas morning, noon, and night. Like, which I could do. I do love bananas, but it's just one of those, like, I already eat bananas. Like, how much more bananas do I need? Like, so I don't know. That might be something I also bring up with my OB, see if he has any suggestions for me as well. But then the other big thing is baby is definitely, you can see her kick on the outside a lot. If you guys, like, watch all of my videos like regularly, you'll know that I just recently posted, actually over the weekend, I posted a little video of her kicking. And I put like a little arrow in it to like point to like show you guys where to watch close so you know where to watch for it. And I think there was for sure twice, there actually might have been 3 times. One of them was small and really hard to catch, and then 2 of them were a bit bigger and easier to see. But I did finally catch her on camera kicking, and it was so exciting for me to finally catch her on camera because I was having such a hard time catching her on camera, and I finally caught her on camera, which is great. And I've had other people, Matt's actually seen my stomach like jump, as he says. He's seen her kick, still has not felt her, and I've had like a couple other family members actually see my stomach jump too and see her kick. Other than me, no one has actually felt her kick, because anytime someone goes to put their hand on my stomach, she stops immediately. Like, it's like she just knows someone's hand is there and she stops. Except for me, like, there's been times where I've just been sitting like this with my hands on me and I felt her kick. So like, I'm the only one who's actually like felt her on the outside. No one else has, because she's just a little stinker that way. But in general, she moves and kicks a lot, and so much more in general. Like, I feel her all the time, like all different times a day. There's definitely times a day that like she's more quiet than others. Like, she's definitely like asleep or whatever. But I definitely do feel her like a lot more throughout the day, like constantly. Like, she kicks a lot, which is just such a nice, comforting, good, reassuring feeling. Like, I love feeling her kick. I really do. I mean, there's times where she'll kick me like in weird places and it just feels weird, but otherwise, like, I really do fully enjoy the feeling of her kicking, because it's such a good, like, reassuring feeling that she's doing good in there. But then now in general, I want to update on how she's doing, because last week Wednesday was our last maternal fetal medicine appointment, and with that appointment, all they did was they checked my amniotic fluid levels, they checked on my placenta, and they also checked the blood flow through baby girl's umbilical cord, and everything was great and fine. The placenta, I mean, obviously my placenta was still in its weird 2 pieces, but everything was like functioning and looking good on it, even though it's different. And my amniotic fluid levels were just fine, and the flow through her umbilical cord was completely fine and normal as well. So everything looked good there. And we also do have the results of the chromosomal abnormalities genetic test back, and everything came back good with that. Everything came back that it's very, very low risk for her to have any sort of chromosomal abnormality. So that means that the chromosomal abnormality possibility has now been ruled out, and so has the possibility of some sort of infection been ruled out for causing her slightly smaller size. So it's either she is just a smaller baby, or it could be my weird placenta making her slightly smaller. So those are the only 2 like actual possibilities for sure now, because the other 2 were ruled out. So the next time I go to maternal fetal medicine will be tomorrow. So we go again tomorrow to check on her, and they will once again check the placenta, umbilical cord blood flow, and my amniotic fluid levels, and then they will also check her growth and see where she is at growth wise, and just check all her measurements again, because they do that every other week, because I guess babies in the womb only show like a significant growth difference every 2 weeks. So that's why tomorrow is when we'll check that, along with all the other things. And last week, because things looked fine, like it literally was just the ultrasound, we didn't even talk to the doctor. So maybe tomorrow we'll actually talk to the doctor. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah, so, and Matt thought it was kind of pointless, but like I did say to him, but like it's better to be going every week and finding out that things are fine, and then to just not go at all and have something be wrong and not know it and have something happen to her or to me even. So I'm very glad that I have doctors that are keeping a close watch. And I said, you know, who knows, maybe if like we keep going every week for a little bit and things continue to stay looking just fine, then they'll say, you know what, you don't need to come every week, you can come like every other week or every 2 weeks. You can come like every other week or maybe every like 3 weeks or something, you know, like they'll lessen it to how many times we got to go out there. Because the frustrating thing with going out there is maternal fetal medicine is about a 40 to 45 minute drive away from us, depending on how we hit traffic and whatnot. So like that's really kind of the only like major frustrating part with it, with going out there every week. But otherwise, like, I don't mind it, and I would rather, like I said, be safe. And I am thankful that my doctors are all like on top of things and making sure things are okay. And so far things are okay, and we're just gonna hope things continue that way. So I'll update you guys again next week on tomorrow's maternal fetal medicine appointment and let you know how things are from there. So that is everything update wise. Now there's nothing like nursery wise or anything to mention, so I'm gonna go ahead and now show you my 24-week baby bump and show you guys where I'm at with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you guys back so you can see. So this is with the shirt down, facing forward, which obviously facing forward, like, can't see much, but there is to this side and to this side, and then now I'll put my shirt up so you guys can see. I'll lower my pants just a hair. But yeah, so then here is to the front this way. It will be interesting. I am still interested to see what my belly button continues to like. It's definitely like opening and spreading more, but I don't think it's gonna ever like push out. I feel like it would start popping out by now if it was gonna do that. So I don't think my belly button's gonna pop out like some people's do. But yeah, there's to the front. There's to this side. And to this side. I've had some of you say like, oh my goodness, you're starting to get big, but like everybody in person always says like, you're so small, you're not that big, like you don't look like you're that far along. I'm like, well, so I think part of it is just the way I'm built. Like I'm longer waisted and things like that, so I think part of it is just the way I'm built, why I don't look huge. And two, if she is running smaller, like that could be part of it too. So I don't know. But that is everything for this week, guys. All the updates I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week in my next update video. Bye.